Sometimes I think what we all struggle with is timing. I think we try to control too much, plan too much, logistically strategize things to work in our favor. And I think sometimes we just need to relinquish that control. Start to believe that we're at the right place at the right time so we can meet the right people and open the right doors to move forward down our path. We are not the ones in charge of the right timing. The universe, God, creator, whatever you believe in is. Life rarely goes as planned. We hit roadblocks, detours, obstacles. Plans seem to fall through. And people sometimes they have a change of heart. So when we face challenges, we tend to spiral into fear and thinking in a negative way. We are so wired to control and get impatient when things don't go as planned. And yet the same detours can become very annoying, or it can be a redirection to something better. It's all up to the way we look at it. There are things beyond our control, and accepting this is the best real hack to living a peaceful life experience. Controlling every aspect of our life is really exhausting, not to say even impossible. And what I want to challenge you with is, why are we wasting energy stressing over things outside of our control when we might enjoy what is unfolding right in front of us? Society has made us believe there are standards to keep. But what if we take a different route and stop obsessing over expectations of what others expect from us? We cannot get a good or even get good at life by thinking about how others want us to live. And I have this conversation with a lot of people. If you don't want to go to college, don't go. If you feel the pull towards traveling the world, go travel. If you don't want to get married just because you're at a certain age that everybody else follows, don't do it. Just because you're not starting a family or climbing this ladder of your career as everybody else around you expects, doesn't mean you're lost. It means you are in control of your own pace of this life experience. When we begin to accept the natural flow of events and our desires, we will invite peace and clarity into our life. Instead of planning every stage of our life, surrender that shit and get curious about where this flow will take us. Eckhart Tolle put it perfect. Surrender to what is and say yes to life, and see how life suddenly starts working for you rather than against you. When our mind is no longer preoccupied with planning and worrying about the future, it can really start to thrive and grow in the present. Thinking about the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, or would-be scenarios and ways to prevent unfortunate events makes us miss out on what is right in front of us. Mindfulness is the best tool to become unbothered. It lowers our cortisol levels, and it helps us distance ourselves from the problems our mind creates. Our mind is designed and built to create consistent thoughts. Learning to trust in the universe or even God's plan takes a heavy weight off our shoulders and our mind. It also helps us appreciate opportunities that may arise in this present moment, as long as we're paying attention and we recognize it. Making the most of the present moment prevents us from looking back at our life thinking, man, I could have really done more. Even during the chaos and the drama, when you can look at your life and accept the present moment for what it is, damn, you can really at that point call yourself successful. Surrender to the present moment. Become okay with what is. It may not be perfect in your eyes or anybody else's, but who cares? This moment is here for you. And it carries a lot of wisdom strength, and a new outlook on this life experience. The path to happiness is not to worry about the future, but to live in the present. Man, this whole hustle and bustle culture can really fool us into following these unrealistic goals that we set upon ourselves. And as a result, we run ourselves so freaking into the ground by chasing the next illusionary high. Listen, keeping busy is not a badge of honor. It stands for a lack of focus and organizational skills. Fast pace feeds anxiety. And, young Pueblo said, in a society based on speed and productivity, moving slowly is a radical art. Moving slowly is an art. Trust in the timing of your life that allows you to take a step back and look at your life experience from a different angle. You learn how to take things at your own pace. Succumbing to meaningless activities comes at a price of suppressing our needs. While everyone is running crazy, being busy, distracted by technology, news, silly ass affairs, dare yourself to slow down. Master the art of doing nothing, because I'll tell you what, doing nothing is doing something. We need to learn a slower pace of living because that will show us a tremendous amount of self-respect. We are saying, man, I don't have an answer to every email. I don't have to, answer every call. I have a list of priorities that need to be met. And I'll tell you, life tastes a lot better in slow motion. We start to get comfortable with the unknown. For some, uncertainty can be scary, but there is no way we can run away from it. So it is better to really embrace it. When we trust, we get comfortable with not knowing how things will turn out. We simply have faith that the outcome will serve us best at the moment, and we will learn to navigate it. These are powers working in us and around us that our mind cannot possibly comprehend. We put too much focus on the mind. The mind is a ball of thoughts. Leave it at that. The unknown is where that magic happens. We will all make mistakes, and we will learn from them. Quit trying to prevent them. We will choose the wrong path so that we can recognize the right ones. We're not going to know what's right if we don't go down the wrong one. We don't always get what we want, but we always get what we need to expand and grow. Every wrong turn we ever took, think about it, brings a valuable lesson. We will always face challenges that we can handle. We fear changes and we avoid uncomfortable situations. Yet, you know what's crazy? They offer us the big ass growth we need. Uncomfortable situations will happen, and they should happen because it is how we move forward. If our life is falling apart, I'll tell you what, it is a sign you are on the right track. It doesn't always work as planned, but it always aligns with our higher purpose. I read a lot of Joe Dispenza and I push a lot of his books. And he says, if you focus on the known, you get the known. But if you focus on the unknown, you create a damn possibility. It will lead you to where you need to go. It is impossible for our logical minds to plan a better road for us than the power that creates us, the world, nature, and the order of life. If we keep resisting changes or forcing some events, we might think we know what is best for us, but life usually knows better. It is not about getting where we want to be, but where we are meant to be. This universe has our best interests at heart. I'm telling you from experience. Although we might not see the bigger picture, the universe does. Even if your world seems crashing down, you are right where you need to be to get to a better place. Change the perspective. Learn to trust the timing of your life experience And that means surrendering to the flow and going easy on yourself. Quit beating yourself up about the next stop on your journey. Just let the path in life show you. When we begin to accept that whatever comes our way is the work we have to be doing to move forward, our self-growth skyrockets high. Work with what has been given to you. It will take you somewhere special. I promise you that. Start tuning into your intuition. It is a powerful asset in navigating these challenges and hurdles. When we live in peace and trust the timing of our life, it is easier to hear the quiet whispers of our inner guidance. You gotta silence the crowd, silence the noise. We have a hunch about a certain person, a vibe, so you don't pursue that relationship further. You can feel it in your gut, so you invest money in a new course and create a business out of your hobby. You know, intuition is your built-in guiding mechanism. It is the opposite of fear. Our intuition feels good. Fear is heavy. Fear is a very dense vibration that slows us down, while intuition is effortless. You don't have to do any work to feel it. When you don't overburden yourself with worrying, overthinking, analyzing, you act on your best impulses. Our intuition is our sacred weapon. It really is. And when we tap into it, we will receive the knowledge available only to us. Trust me, it gets better. Who says that because things did not happen the way you imagined, they are impossible? Who says that? And if you believe them, why do you believe them? How can you be so sure that the universe doesn't have something better in store for you? Start trusting the timing of your life experience, which allows you to see the bigger picture. There's always a bigger purpose to why things don't go as you have planned. Think about it. Think about all the times in the past that brought you till now. You're still here. And you'll probably gain a lot of wisdom from it. And if you don't believe it, either you are not ready yet, but I'll tell you, better opportunities will arise. Life always brings you what you can handle today. We think relationships will bring us happiness. We think material things will bring us happiness. But if you go even back further, maybe the period of being single is indispensable of your growth as a human being so that you can mature for that perfect partnership you were meant to. What we see as the answer to our problems usually won't solve any. You won't always understand the reason something is happening or not. It is not your place to. Your job is to trust and accept the natural flow of events. You know, looking back at our life and our darkest moments, didn't they give birth to something extraordinary? Like a new chapter in your life? I'm telling you, if you look back at it, fuck yeah, it did. I won't lie. Trusting in the time of life is not an easy thing, especially when everything seems to be going against us. But I will say this, life is never against us. It serves us. If we want to overcome challenges and evolve and inspire others, we need to trust this. Start feeding, nourishing the belief that the universe is at your side and will make hard times more bearable. Life will always happen when it is supposed to happen. Trust that. Begin trusting yourselves. Begin believing in yourselves. And I'll tell you what, always be true to yourselves.